You might think the courtroom is where fairness finally happens. But what if I told you one tiny misstep before you even walk through those doors could cost you thousands, or even millions? Imagine signing papers that feel balanced in the moment, only to discover years later that your ex has drained joint accounts you never knew existed or claimed retirement funds you'll rely on tomorrow. Today, we're exposing the 7 financial safeguards every woman needs firmly in place before that divorce court date. Even if you're on good terms, even if you trust your spouse completely. From uncovering hidden assets to locking down your credit, each step builds a shield around your future, protecting you from surprises that could derail your financial life. Stay with me, because missing just one of these essentials could mean walking away from your marriage and leaving your security behind. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to check, who to call, and how to turn what feels like a vulnerable moment into your strongest power move yet. You can't negotiate for what you don't know exists. Start by gathering every scrap of financial information you can find. Bank statements, investment brokering reports, tax returns, retirement plan summaries, business filings, even that weekend rental property tucked under your spouse's name. Treat it like a treasure hunt, because buried in those pages could be hidden savings accounts, undeclared bonuses or side ventures you never heard about. Think of your financial profile as a puzzle. Each piece, every credit card statement, every 401k balance, every mortgage escrow detail, reveals part of the whole picture. Without that complete map, you're walking blind into negotiations. Your goal is a single consolidated file that shows exactly what you own together, and what you might already own on your own. The moment you miss one document, you give up leverage. Pull those statements from the last 3 to 5 years. Flag any odd transactions. Ask for business valuations if there's a company or partnership in the mix. And don't forget non-traditional assets. Collectibles, stock options, digital currencies. Compile everything into one secure folder or cloud drive you control. But knowing what you own is just the starting line. Your credit score can be your secret weapon, or your downfall if you don't put up the right defenses now. Start by placing a freeze or fraud alert on your credit reports with all 3 bureaus. This simple move stops anyone from opening new accounts in your name without your say-so. Then enroll in real-time monitoring so you're the first to know if someone tries to slip in a credit card, auto loan, or even a mortgage under your social security number. Why go to all this trouble? Because in the chaos of divorce, joint liabilities can turn predatory. Ex-spouses or their advisors sometimes rack up debt on shared cards, add your name to unexpected loans, or open lines of credit you never signed off on. Without a freeze, those balances hit your credit history, drive your score down, and can leave you battling collections long after the papers are signed. Locking down your credit doesn't just protect your score, it protects your negotiating power. Lenders, landlords, even potential employers will pull that report, and a clean record strengthens every position you take. You'll enter the courtroom knowing your history is yours alone. No surprise debts lurking in the shadows. Once your score is safe, it's time to secure the cash flow. If you think joint accounts are safe, think again. Before divorce negotiations begin, carve out your own financial lifeline. Open checking and savings accounts solely in your name, and have every paycheck, bonus, and benefit drop directly into them. Don't stop there. Apply for a credit card under your SSN, even if it's small, so you build and control your own borrowing power. This move stops unexpected withdrawals from joint funds and creates a clear money trail that belongs only to you. It also sends a signal in negotiations that your budget is off limits, giving you the freedom to cover bills, legal fees, and everyday expenses without asking permission. With money flowing where you control it, you still need a plan for rainy days. Building your own safety net starts with cash you can't touch. An emergency fund stocked with 3 to 6 months of living expenses, parked in accounts your spouse can't access. Picture this: rent, utilities, groceries, insurance premiums, and those surprise medical bills all accounted for without tapping into joint assets or relying on anyone else. That cushion gives you breathing room to focus on negotiations instead of scrambling for rent money. And it shows the court you've planned responsibly. Once you've moved that money into separate, unlinked savings or money market accounts, draft a bare-bones post-divorce budget, line item every expense from daycare to car maintenance, and compare it against your new income. Judges rarely adjust awards if your numbers don't add up, so underestimating costs or overestimating earnings can leave you underwater fast. Treat your budget like a contract. Conservative on income, generous on expenses, and revisit it monthly to catch any surprises. With 3 months of bills covered and a realistic spending plan in hand, you walk into court with confidence, knowing you won't be homeless if talks stall. But long-term security hinges on more than cash in the bank. Retirement savings can be your single largest marital asset, and also the most treacherous if you leave it to chance. Most people see a 401k or pension statement and assume, split it down the middle, is all there is to it. But these accounts come riddled with tax penalties, vesting schedules, survivor benefits, and valuation quirks that can silently tilt the balance against you. Without a qualified domestic relations order, QDRO, drafted by someone who understands pension law, you might waive rights you'll need decades from now. Like the half-survivor benefit that could keep you afloat if your ex remarries. Even the rollover rules are a minefield. One misstep could trigger a hefty penalty or force you into a higher tax bracket. Don't let a mediator gloss over the fine print. Request detailed statements for every retirement vehicle, defined contribution plans, IRAs, annuities, and defined benefit pensions alike, and have a financial expert run projections for future payouts under different scenarios. Insist on survivor benefit clauses and clarify who bears the tax hit on distributions. If there's a family business with a buy-sell agreement or restricted stock, get professional valuations so you're not left bargaining over an arbitrarily low number. It may feel like extra red tape, but ensuring your nest egg remains intact is far more important than a quick agreement at the table. With your retirement rights locked down, you'll still need to guard your day-to-day stability. Next, we'll expose how outdated insurance and beneficiary designations can funnel your hard-earned assets right back to your ex. You'd never leave your bank unlocked, so why overlook your insurance and beneficiaries? Start by pulling every policy you and your spouse hold: life, disability, health, homeowners, auto, even that old umbrella plan. Check who's named on each one right now. A life insurance death benefit that's still payable to your ex can evaporate your safety net in an instant. Disability coverage you rely on might stop the moment the divorce is final if it's tied to your spouse's group plan. Health policies can kick you off the roster when your name disappears from joint filings, leaving you scrambling for COBRA or a new premium that could cost twice as much. Next, update your own coverage. Switch to individual plans where possible. Add riders or supplemental policies to plug gaps in long-term care or critical illness protection. Those hospital stays and rehab sessions add up fast. Then revisit every beneficiary designation. A will governs real estate and personal property, but your retirement plans and life insurance pay out strictly according to their beneficiary forms. One unchecked line that still names spouse could funnel your assets straight to the person you're divorcing. No court order required. Finally, lock in those changes with certified mail or electronic confirmation. Document every update, print screenshots, get confirmation numbers, and stash them where only you can reach them. Treat this like fortifying a fortress. Every policy, every designation must be under your control. All these numbers look good. Now make sure they hold up under scrutiny. Imagine walking into the courtroom feeling completely outgunned. Now picture the opposite. You've assembled a powerhouse team backing every move you make. Start with a seasoned divorce attorney who specializes in high-asset cases and isn't afraid to challenge hidden valuations or unfair clauses. Then bring in a certified divorce financial analyst who can translate those spreadsheets into clear strategies. Spotting red flags in your settlement, projecting tax consequences, and modeling long-term cash flows. Add a forensic accountant to trace tangled business interests and offshore accounts, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. This dream team doesn't just sit in conference rooms. They work in concert to fortify your position. Your attorney crafts protective language, your financial analyst crunches the numbers, and your accountant verifies every line item. They'll coordinate subpoenas for bank records, draft qualified domestic relations orders for retirement assets, and negotiate enforcement clauses that keep your ex accountable. With experts in your corner, you transform from someone who fears surprises into someone who anticipates and neutralizes them. You'll know exactly what questions to ask, which documents to demand, and how to turn complex data into leverage. And once you've got this lineup locked in, you'll step into that courtroom not just prepared, but unstoppable. Now that you've seen the 7 critical safeguards, inventorying every asset, locking down your credit, creating separate accounts, funding an emergency cushion, protecting retirement plans, updating insurance and beneficiaries, and assembling your expert team, you hold the roadmap to a divorce that leaves you empowered, not exposed. Take a moment to ask yourself, which of these steps have you already tackled, and which one will you put at the top of your to-do list today? If this video helped you feel more confident about that court date, drop a comment below telling us which safeguard you'll implement first. If you're ready for more insider guidance on protecting your future, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a tip that could save you thousands. Your support means we can keep unearthing the strategies too many people overlook, and help you turn life's toughest moments into powerful new beginnings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.